Um, so Noah, his sons, his wife, and his son's wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of clean animals, of animals that are unclean, of birds, and of everything that creeps on the earth. 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male and female, as God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day all the foundations of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. That's crazy. I mean, if I read something like that in a history book saying, this great man 2,500 years ago built a boat and then it flooded the earth, the entire earth. By the way, not just like we see in Nashville right now, 10, 12 inches of rain that floods the streets and destroys houses. He destroyed everything on the earth and let Noah have a vision of what was going to happen. He let Noah in on the big secret that everything was going to die, and so he built a big boat. Now, the reason I chose this for protection was that he didn't let Noah use any excuses to get out of it. I mean, there's some obvious ones here. All right, I'm too old. All right, when he got onto the ark, he was 600 years old. If it took him 120 years, that means that he was 480 when he started building the ark. That's pretty old. Like, that's really old. All right, I'm too old. All right, I have a family. Okay, all of this working against him. I don't want to be made fun of. All right, that's a common one in our culture. He kept those from his mind. He said, you know what, don't worry about it. I am going to flood the earth. Do this or you'll die. All right? And it's awesome. I'm just going to say, it's awesome. All right, let's see. I have a story here from my own life. It's a story of not so much protection in the area of shame. All right. No, this isn't me. All right. This is a dog. A dog sit for my grandparents every once in a while. And they had this little retarded dog. No, I'm serious. This little retarded dog. Her name is Queenie. All right. And I was watching. I like to watch this little dog run around because it's retarded. But I was watching this little dog here, and it's running around. It's like, and it pees on the carpet, and it knows it's not supposed to pee on the carpet. And so after it's done peeing, it kind of looks around. And it's like, did anybody see me? And I'm staring right at it. It's like, does anybody see me? And then it lays in that puddle that it just made, ashamed of what it done. It's ashamed of what it did. Trying to hide from anyone else looking upon what it had done. And I think that's a lot of times what we do with our sins. We sin and we're like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. Go away. Anybody see it? No, he did. He did. He's staring right at us. All right. He counts the numbers of hair in your head. What makes you think that he doesn't see it? All right. See, the second type of protection would be the shield to protect from hurt. The best example that I had found, or the most clearly understood, would be Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, everybody knows the story. These 3 guys wouldn't bow down to an idol, so the king threw them in a furnace, and then Jesus walked around with them in the fire, and then they came out, and God was glorified. But I found some stuff in here that will rock your face off. There it is. All right. This is in Daniel 3, verses 17 through 27. All right, I'm going to start with verse 16. It says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If that is the case, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O king. But if not, let it be known to you, O king, that we do not serve your gods, nor will we worship the golden image which you have set up. This is after he rang the bell, and everybody laid down. And those three guys are like, we're not laying down. And then he rang the bell again. He's like, hello, I rang the bell. And they didn't lay down. And so he's saying, King, we're not going to worship it, even though you're going to throw us in this fiery furnace that's burning hot, like really hot. And it says here, then Nebuchadnezzar was full of fury. The expression on his face changed toward Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He spoke and commanded that they heat the furnace 7 times more than it is usually heated. Now that's insane. All right? Now this is the fiery furnace that he used to kill people. I mean, he's like, I don't like you, you're in the furnace. And this killed them pretty much, instantly. Charred their remains, nothing left of them. All right? He's heating it 7 times. Because he's scared. He's scared of this God. He's saying, they have such confidence that I'm not going to mess with them. So he heats it 7 times. What's hot times 7 times? That's really hot. All right? It says, he commanded certain mighty men of valor who was in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their trousers, their turbans, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's command was urgent, the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire killed those men who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's hot. I mean, if you're taking these guys up, it's like, all right, open the door. You're dead. All right, that's hot. If you open a door and you're dead, that's hot. I'm just saying, that's hot. All right? Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished, and he rose in haste and spoke, saying to his counselors, did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? And they answered and said to the king, true, O king. Look, he answered, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. Isn't it awesome to know that God is walking with you through everything? When you're cast into the fiery furnace, he's walking with you. When you're walking through the hallway at school, he's walking with you. When you wake up in the morning, I don't want to go to bed. He's right there next to you. Come on, it's a glorious day. Live for me today. It goes